It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jamison Williams. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Commanders and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Acor Stadium in Cincinnati. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win. And when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Daniels starts with a pass. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. The motion man is Johnson. Once again, it's Bigsby. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Bigsby. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
At the 36-yard line.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
He'll try to run for it.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And back deep is Quez Watkins. That's fielded at about the 18. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On the handoff, this is Bigsby. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Daniels now on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. The motion man is Johnson. 3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He's got his man complete to Johnson. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Washington.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mingo, the man in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Still first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He fumbled the football. The Bengals have got it. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays. And that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. 11.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd down, Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
First rule of backed-up offense, get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points?
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Commanders with the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Here's a 3rd and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Commanders' offense and their running back set to go once more. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Bigsby. He'll take this down inside the 30. That's the veteran safety, Marshawn Lattimore, bringing him down. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down. On play action, Daniels. Looking back to the middle of the field. It is caught. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They go play action for Burrow. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11 MT, 12, 12.
To throw is Burrow. He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Not just the 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season.
3rd downs, Mike, those are...
Dan Quinn wants a second opinion here, and he has thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Here's 2nd and 2. In motion comes Andrews. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as this season starts to wind down, we look ahead to NFL honors the week of the Super Bowl. Take a look at some of the candidates to take home the award for the Offensive Player of the Year. Here's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Bigsby. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Here's a screen coming for Wright. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And it's going to be a Commander's 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
On the ground, here's Bigsby. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's got the 1st down, not by a whole lot. Only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
A run. It's Bigsby. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Still first down.
Now Daniels. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Goes without saying, like, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Now a screen set up for Bigsby. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense make their way out to take over once more. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. On the ground, it's Brown. Inside the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It is 3rd and 10.
Let's get set.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To the air again is Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Burrow. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders move out in front, 13-3.
13. Bengals 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got room to roam. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Throwing now. Daniel gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch from Jalen Hurts. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. 1st and 10. Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibach. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On 1st down, Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. Room to maneuver at the 35. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Burrow now. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal. But right now, they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
The ball inches from the goal line. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Watkins on the return. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The tight end motioning left here. On 1st down, a run for right. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Daniels now going to look to throw. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Head up. This is right. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Back on the ground and back to right. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. On second down, it's Daniels. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, here's Daniel. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That one finds Chase. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he's going to be taken down right around the 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Commanders' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the give, it's right. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Daniels to throw on second down. That's going to be pulled in by Wright.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Throwing again. Daniels. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Daniels gonna throw again. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's gonna end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just gotta finish that thing off with a catch.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To the air again is Daniels. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On 3rd down, they go with Wright. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Run again with Wright. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. There's that man again. Another catch.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And this one online. And it is good. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Burrow here on 2nd down. That one incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Passing right side, and Chase has it.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
That is fielded at the 20. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down. Daniel, the pressure, too much, and he goes down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A carry here for Wright. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. On the ground, this is Wright. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A give here to Wright. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
First carry now for Ty Chandler. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Wright. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A shotgun handoff to right. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.